What's up, YouTube? 24 Tributor here, and today I will be profiling my Dark Skill Drain deck. A lot of Skill Drain decks are running around and unrated, at least a few of them are. And I got this idea partially from my brother and partially from my own creative genius. He built a Skill Drain deck using a bunch of uncommonly played monsters, such as Goblin Attack Force and Dark Elf. And I took the Dark Elf idea and expanded it to include only dark monsters. So this is what I was able to come up with. It's 42 cards in the main deck. So it's a bit large compared to what's played anymore today, considering everyone likes to play the absolute minimum of 40. Excuse my coughing again. It's never going to go away. So yeah, let's get into the deck profile. First, 3 Fusilier Dragon, the dual mode beast. This is the biggest boss in the deck at 2800 attack is my highest. This is the best dark monster for a skill drain deck. And it's an eradicator target, and it's 2800 attack, so come at it. Next I play 4 level 4 dark monsters, all with at least 2000 attack, and all with a negative side effect. The first is Zumbire the Dark. It cannot attack your opponent directly, and if it destroys a monster in battle, it loses 200 attack. Those are negated by skill drain, so it's just a 21 beater. This one you gotta be wary with, actually all of them you gotta be wary of Book of Moon and Maystroke setting them, because then they can just run it over with anything. But you have skill drain to protect against that, among other things. Next I play 3 Dark Elf, cost of 1000 life points to attack. This combos really well with Secret Village of the Spellcaster, in that your opponent completely loses access to spell cards, and there's enough protection traps here. The Dark Elf will last a long time, and you'll have access to spells and they won't. Next, 3 Axe Dragonute. If it attacks, it goes to defense position after damage. It's basically just a big beater. And Giant Orc has the same effect as Axe Dragonute, only you can't switch it back the next turn. And Giant Orc has 2200 attack and no defense. Axe Dragonute's 2012, and Dark Elf is 28. Yes, 28. That's it for monsters. I only play 15 because Skill Drain always plays a lower number of monsters than a lot of other decks. Next on to spells. 3 Duality. This deck rarely special summons. In fact, there are no methods to special summon anywhere on the main or side, so 3 Duality is perfect. Staples, Dark Hole, 3 MST, 1 Allure, because every monster in my deck is dark, so if I want to dig and I draw, and I have a dark in my hand and I don't really want to summon it, and I'm looking for combo pieces, I can just Allure it away, and then I keep the other 2 cards. Or if I top deck Allure and draw into 2 monsters, I can pick one and the other goes away, and then I have a normal summon. So yeah, Allure is really good in dark skill drain, among other decks. Next, 2 Secret Village. I was originally planning on playing 3, but I cut one for Sealivore Calcos. Secret Village, if you do not control a spell, if you control a spellcaster and your opponent doesn't, your opponent can't play spells, and if you don't control a spellcaster, no matter what, you can't play them. I only play 2 because I only have 5 spellcasters between the main and side, and I'm not always going to have them. So with the backup, I play 1 Sealivore Calcos. You can only play 1 per duel, so I'm only going to play 1. This card boosts every monster in the main deck over to at least 2500 attack. So Eradicator Epidemic Virus is a deadly threat in this deck. And not only that, if you have, let's say, a Dark Elf and an Axe Dragonute, or two Dark Elves or two Axe Dragonutes, your opponent can't attack either of them because they're the lowest attack. And if you only control them, they can't attack. And once per turn, it has that protection of itself. And it's an overall really good card. So I play it. On to traps. 6 drains, 2 mind, 3 skill, 1 soul. This is the same lineup my brother plays in his skill drain deck, and it works out perfectly. Especially because this deck can open skill drain really easily. Because you got the 6 opening hand, 3 of these to get, and if you get this off of a duality, you can play this, and you're probably going to open 2 monsters. So that's already 9 out of your deck. And 9 out of 42 is a really good chance of having a skill drain there, especially because there's 3 of them. Now the mind and soul drains not so much, but they aren't as necessary, but they're still necessary. Next, the 8 staple trap lineup of, well, 7 staples and then 1 not so staple. 2 Mirror Force, 2 Deep Prison, Bottomless Compulse, the Eradicator. The Eradicator's because it's dark, shuts down Prophecy, shuts down a lot of stuff. And the Warning. Next I play another protection trap, Dark Illusion. Negate any card effect that targets a face-up dark monster and destroy it. Skill Drain does not target, so neither does the Seal of Orichalcos, so plus you wouldn't use this on your own card anyway. This is for stuff like your opponent's lances and deep prisons. It doesn't work on Bottomless, doesn't work on Mirror Force, works on Compulse. Mass Removal it doesn't work on. But yeah, it's a pretty good protection trap. Plus, with every monster being dark, it always has a target. Onto the side deck, 2 Kaiku. Because Kaiku is amazing, and it's a beater, it's a dark, it's a spellcaster. Only 1800 attack, so I can't tribute it off for Eradicator, but oh well, I can live with that. For some spells, 2 Lance, 2 Dress, Protection, 2 Spell Shattering Arrow in case I have to face Prophecy and don't want them getting their towers and Star Halls. One of those 2 needs to get hit. Traps, 2 Dark Bribe, 1 Debunk, 2 Iron Wall, 2 Gozen Match. This is basically the rest of the stuff I use to protect the first part of my stuff. Gozen Match because I play only dark monsters in both the main and the side. And I don't have an extra deck, so I'm going to be winning purely out of my main deck when I duel. And the side deck for when I play a match. And with Gozen Match, I don't have to worry about having other attributes in my extra deck. Although I could play stuff like Maestro, Black Ship, Crazy Box. They might not get the use of their effects, but I guess I can play them to have some extra deck as to not bluff like, and not people think I'm playing like Exodia or some shit. Yeah, that's enough rambling, I guess. I realize I have forgotten Deck Devastation Virus. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to cut yet for it, but it will end up in the side deck. Maybe I'll be able to find room in the main deck for one, but at the moment, this is how the deck is going to play. It's a really good deck. So far, as of this recording, it's undefeated. And I plan to keep it that way for at least a little while. And there's me like shuffling my real life deck. I will profile it sometime in the future. It's just really bad because I'm poor and don't have cards. Well, I don't have a lot of good cards. But, yeah. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and 24 Tributor signing out.